starts rolling. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Coach Ryan Day told me before the game, Coach is using a great motivational tactic in the locker room with his team. He told me this is the best game outside of the playoffs in this postseason. And challenging our guys to put on a show for our fans. They want to make sure people know we will be in the playoff next year, and that motivation all starts here today with a terrific top 25 matchup. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. And he's going to bring this one out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Running inside, it's Jackson. Nice move there. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to blow up now and start doing something about it.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Across the 45. Oh, what a move to get room. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Makes a catch. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Pressure coming. And it's a sack.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Sayin. Almost had the completion. just missed it.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Offense in a split backfield. Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. There he goes. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field, paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
This time it's complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
The give on the inside. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
They'll move the tight end. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing, Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hansen. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Fires to the right. Who caught it? He gets it in! Touchdown, Wolverines! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That kicker took a nasty-looking shot, and that personal foul goes against the defense. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Offense in a bunch formation. Say it. Tosses it incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Quick handoff. Got room to work. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
From the gun on third down, say it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They go play action. Bryce Underwood throws to the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Now facing a third and long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Makes the grab. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
It'll be third and long. Play fake, Underwood. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet.
And they are showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The run inside. It's Marshall. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Now the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's Underwood to throw. Pocket breaking down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. That's exactly where the quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people in the defense right now. They have no idea who's getting it next.
And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on first and goal. Underwood. They're setting up the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Bryce Underwood to the air again. Touchdown, Wolverines! Right on the money, he makes the grab in the end zone.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Sayin to throw. Makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here comes the heat. It's complete on the right side. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. Timeout signaled for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Michigan! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You sit simply cannot do better as a defense. They have shut them out. A goose egg on the scoreboard. You get a pick six right there to extend your lead right now. This defense is playing with their hair on fire. The offense has no answers. And if I'm this defense, I keep the pressure up. I'm keeping my starters in the game, and I'm just pouring it on.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. They'll send the back in motion. Throwing, say it. Working the middle, it's complete. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Wants to throw it again. Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Wants to throw. It's saying. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Saying back to the air. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Say it. With the catch, it's Parker. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field, score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Complete to the left. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll open the second half with a run. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Play action with Underwood. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Oh, better look out. Might have a chance. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. The Wolverines, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Underwood on the play action. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got some. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
He's got it again. Creates a little room. Breaks into the open. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Julian with the play fake. Unloads to the right. Taken in by Smith on the right side. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Man, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Throws for the tight end. And they can't make the connection on third down.
But you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They send the tight end in motion. Using his feet. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Throwing, Underwood. Dances away to buy time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
All right, that's a play that I'd like to see the quarterback just take off and run it himself. And I love his mindset. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to throw this. We're going to get this first down. I have a play. But sometimes you just got to know, man, at this point, I'm out here on the perimeter. It's just me and these defenders one-on-one. I've got to trust in my speed and my athleticism to go make this work.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. He's got it. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Well, I guarantee you one thing, and at halftime with the big lead, there were no conversations about, hey, let's run the ball, let's slow it down, let's bleed the clock, keep our defense fresh. They are staying aggressive. They're trying to add to this lead. And with this quarterback, I do not blame you. Keep chucking the pill.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Again, it's Underwood. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. It's Marsh. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Here's Julian saying to throw. Fires to the big fella. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Jackson. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
That's just a great job by the defense, winning early in the drive to set up a 3rd and long situation, and then they're just playing back. They're making sure they keep the football in front of them. They make the tackle.
He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. Touchdown, Buckeye! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Michigan offense. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulder. It's a fumble on the play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Dumps it to the back. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
We still got time. Great job by the defense doing the most important thing, getting the ball back to their offense. Now the offense has to answer the bell. A good job creating the turnover. Now the offense, your turn.
Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. To throw, it's Sayin. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
I think the QB wants that one back. You know, you're down here in the red zone, tighter areas, hard enough to fit it in, but definitely not wanting to fit it in against double coverage, and he misses, and probably a good miss, because that could have been worse.
No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
All right, so they fail on that 4th down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
Holly, what update do you have on that?
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job.
Caught, and he's got room. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. Here's Underwood to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Here's a heat. Finds space on the right. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. But there's time on the clock. Keep trying to score.
The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Lets it fly deep downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
It's a nice job by the defense turning the page. You just gave up an explosive play. Now you got to come right back with tempo. And a nice job in the back end covering to force that incompletion.
Bryce Underwood to the air again. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
This guy is very proud about his accuracy. That's why he's one of the better quarterbacks in all of college football. And that time, ball just got away from him a little bit. It's going to set up 3rd down.
Just going to keep it after the snap. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. He's got him. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Say it. Oh, they're after him. Gets it out fast. Turning it on.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Finds a man in the middle. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Unloads it left. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Motion from the wide receiver. Again, it's Sayin. They'll run the screen. He makes his way into the end zone for the 2, and now they trail by just 13. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, 4th quarter, got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
They call it a long shot for a reason because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Here's Sayin to throw. Over the middle, it's Smith. On the move at the 30. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Come on, defense. You got to do a better job tackling in the middle of the field. You got the lead. You know they're going to try to get out of bounds and save clock. You just got to tackle that guy. Someone's got to be able to bring him down, but they couldn't get it done.
Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Quickly to the tight end. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Sayin back to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and dropped it.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Play fake, Julian Sayin. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Sayin to throw for it on 4th. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Ohio State. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. The Buckeyes with an answer.
And this sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. Hides the ball. Here he comes on the bootleg. It's incomplete as the 2-pointer fails, and I guess unless they were concerned about games of chance, there wasn't really a reason to try to do that, but this game is over. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah.